shag carpeting? Come on.
It's a summertime adventure for twin brother and sister Dipper and Mabel Pines when they spend the summer with their great uncle in the mysterious town of Gravity Falls, Oregon, helping him run a fun tourist trap called the Mystery Shack. Premiering in 2012 and produced by Disney Television Animation, Disney Channel's newest animated series, Gravity Falls, takes audiences on a combined journey of mystery and laughs.
Ugh, what happened?
Dipper, why are you wearing my clothes? And my face? Am I in your body?
Am I in your body?
Gravity Falls is the brainchild of creator and executive producer Alex Hirsch, who came up with the idea for this show based on his own life experience.
And actually, that's based on my childhood. I actually was a twin. I had a twin sister, Ariel, and sort of like the characters on the show, I was sort of overly analytical and took myself too seriously and was obsessed with mysteries and monsters and ghosts. And my sister was kind of a goof-off who wore ridiculous sweaters and liked to roll around and make weird noises. Me and my sister spent a lot of summers out in the woods, nothing to do, just getting mosquito bites and, hunting for treasure. And those summers were really boring.
In developing the concept for Gravity Falls, Alex took what seemed like a boring summertime story and made it interesting.
What if we were hunted by gnomes and saw ghosts and dealt with time travelers? And so I thought, how about I create the perfect summer? How about I create the summer me and my sister always dreamed we would have?
And so Gravity Falls, the series, was born. For a young man of 27 years old and fresh out of school, Disney came knocking on Alex's door.
Disney actually contacted me. I made a student film when I was at art school that was on YouTube and people liked it. And so Mike Moon, who works at the Disney Channel, called me up and just said, pitch us something.
And the rest, as they say, is history. In its first year, Gravity Falls has taken off, establishing Alex's career and giving Disney Channel its newest hit show. According to data, original episodes rank as the week's #1 TV telecast across kids ages 2 to 11, kids ages 6 to 11, and tweens. With such appeal to all demos, the show even strikes a chord with the adults. For Alex, he says the success of the show is a result of all the hard work and dedication of his core team.
Whew, a lot of work, a lot of work. Cartoons are really fun to watch. They're cute and they jump around and they're brightly colored, and then you see what's going on behind the scenes and it's a bunch of nerds working really, really hard day in, day out.
When we come back, we see just how hard the team of Gravity Falls has to work to deliver a single episode. We'll meet those working behind the scenes and even catch Alex working double duty voicing one of the characters. There's more to see on set. Welcome back to On Set. Alex Hirsch is the creator and executive producer of one of Disney Channel's newest hit animated series, Gravity Falls. Based loosely on his own life, Alex takes us into a world of twin siblings, Dipper and Mabel Pines, as they embark on a mysterious and adventurous summer with their great uncle Stan in the Oregon town of Gravity Falls. At the Disney Television Animation production offices in Glendale, California, among the stuffed buffalo and a beaver, you'll find a team of producers, story editors, and artists working on getting episodes of Gravity Falls prepared for the long production process. Like your average animated series, a single episode takes approximately 10 months to produce. And it all starts with a story idea.
We pitch ideas to each other, shoot down each other's ideas, hopefully not as often as we're pitching them to each other, and basically come up with the storyline both for the individual episodes and for the bigger story that we're trying to tell over the course of a season and over the course of the series.
Overseeing the stories of Gravity Falls is story editor and supervising producer Rob Renzetti. Rob says his days are pretty much tethered to executive producer Alex Hirsch. He says no 2 days are ever the same.
Well, there really are no typical days. We'll look at new shows when they come back from overseas. We'll look at shows before they go to overseas. In editorial, we sit there, we'll look at a storyboard pitch, perhaps. Basically, we're following every episode from beginning to end, and every day is kind of different, which is great.
With the story in place, designers work to create the look of the various locations within an episode. We met background supervisor Sean Jimenez, who showed us a little of his important duties on Gravity Falls.
What I basically do on a day-to-day basis is the storyboard artists, once they're done with their storyboard, then the boards come to the design department. I specifically go through the storyboards and I look for what we call background keys. They're like the key locations for the show. There's usually maybe a handful of them in every single episode. So my job is to fill in that world behind the characters.
With an idea on the backgrounds all planned out, Sean then goes through a three-phase process in completing the look of any location.
So stage 1, I do a rough design, and then when it gets approved, I'll take it to stage 2, where I do a finalized ink drawing. After stage 2, and that's all finished and it gets approved, that will then go off to the background painters. And the background painters will do the final sort of rendering of what the show will look like in the end. They'll place all the color and all the atmosphere and sort of tie it all together, and really that's usually when the background comes to life.
Kids! I can't find my pants! I got a tour in 5 minutes and I can't find my pants!
Also giving life to the show are the talented voice actors on Gravity Falls. On top of his responsibilities as executive producer, Alex Hirsch also lends his voice to the character of Great Uncle Stan.
Kids! I can't find the remote and I refuse to stand up!
A voice Alex says was inspired by a member of his own family.
The character Grunkle Stan is sort of loosely based on a grandpa Stan that I actually grew up with. And even though I didn't know him that well when I was a kid, I remember a sort of, gruff lower register, which I just sort of amplify to a cartoonish effect. I generally am always doing annoying imitations of people, and that tended to slip into the show.
Also in the principal cast of voices is actor Jason Ritter, who plays the role of Dipper Pines.
Whatever's in that closet could be the scientific discovery of the century.
Probably just a possum.
A possum? It stood on its hind legs, crawled up the wall, and left a trail of purple slime!
That sounds adorable.
That is it. Comedy gold. I love it.
With one very successful season under its belt, you can be sure audiences both young and old are looking forward to another season of mystery and laughs. And for Disney Channel, Gravity Falls is sure to bring another season of outstanding ratings for the network.
And that'll do it for us on this edition of On Set. We want to thank all of our friends at Disney Channel and, of course, our friends at Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls for making this happen. I think I learned something today. I hope you did too. Until next time, I'm Hal Banfield, and I'll see you right here on Set.
To revisit this set or to catch up on past episodes of On Set, visit us on Time Warner Cable Video On Demand. Just go to Channel 1, select Local, SoCal's Best, and On Set. And to get the latest info and behind-the-scenes photos of your favorite stars on set, be sure to follow us on Twitter at OnSetTWC.
The best part about what I do would have to be the reaction from the fans. We've been very fortunate already in our first season to have just an incredible fan response.
The rewards are, again, at the end of the day, it's about the show and the audience loving it, and it feels like the audience is enjoying what they're seeing, and that's a huge reward.
I mean, every show that you go on to, you hope will be a success. I've been around for a while, and it's unusual for me to see such a quick response. Part of that is the fact that the social media now is to such an extent that you get instant feedback from the fans. If you care to find it, it's out there to see what they're thinking of what you're doing.
Well, for me, aw, that's really sweet. Working with you. For me, it's like I love when we do the big pitch in the big room, because I love hearing the laughs. I like to know whether the things that I'm writing are funny or not. That and working with Kim, coming up with the ideas, is usually a lot of fun.
It's been really it's been really a cool experience just in general, but just being part of this company and the Disney brand, we can go to the theme parks now and see Phineas and Ferb walking. There's a musical show at California Adventure where they come out and they sing all these songs that we wrote, and it's our drawings jumping around and singing and dancing.